Fellow executives, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the future of law enforcement. Ed 209.
Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of ED 209. So, as you can probably tell, I've gone around it in black and started pre-shading again, you know, like the dark areas of the kit. Got this seam pretty much okay now. Once the pipework's added, it's going to hide a lot of that nastiness. On another note, I've been working on these rails. So what I did was took some milliput, filled in, instead of using styrene. It has made it quite heavy, but the whole thing's heavy anyway, so it should be okay. Put the milliput in, and then I used Technics Lego, and if I just grab it now for you, and I put that tiny little cog on there, which is ideal. So as I put it in, I just literally rolled it over to make the rails. I also put the bolts in. I don't know if you can see right in there. Yeah, we've got our little centre hole there. So I set the bolt in, waited until it was almost cured, pulled the bolt out. So we've got our little locating areas now inside for when I do put the bolt, because this is going to have to be chopped because it's way too big as it is. I can lose at least probably an inch of that. So they're coming on nicely. They're still very rough. I've done both. So we've got our nice little rail detailing, because I think I was looking at some still shots of the leg section, and it does actually have this detailing, because it must have something inside, because this whole unit goes up and down when it's walking. So and I can't believe that it's just a screw that holds it on, because it'd be quite flimsy, although it is anyway because it's a dumb robot. But pre-shaded the legs. So once that part goes on, I might have to just put some styrene maybe on the inside, just to give it something to cling to. But altogether, I mean, the leg looks pretty good. Quite happy with that. I'm just going to throw some primer down on these again, because I imagine there'll be some slight filling to do, especially on just this little bit here. So I'm going to clean all them up. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I've worked out my piping as well, which I've found something suitable to use for that. So yeah, I'm going to go off, prime these, and we'll be right back. Hi guys, so got a bit further with it now. The racks have been cleaned up a lot now. I've also put a bottom plate on there, if you can see. So that's all done. I'm just waiting for the primer to set up and then clean it up a bit. I think I finally sorted the gun pods out as well, if you remember, because I was saying that the vinyl had like muscle memory to it and they kept shifting on me, but I've got that sorted now, because the other thing that I got recommended to me was actually using a brass rod to put down the centre of it. If I was lighting the guns up, saying if the machine guns were going to be firing, then yes, I probably would have done that and then use fibre optics. But what I'm going to move on to now is actually get these shoulder joints repainted. That needs to be black, but yeah, get the chrome silver on that. And yeah, so I'll be back as soon as I've got some paint down on them. Catch you in a bit. Hi guys, I don't normally do this with my updates. I usually keep them all separate, but we've got a mail call and this is a pretty big box, and if it's what I think it is, then it's really early, because I wasn't supposed to have it this soon. So let's just take a look. If you've seen the my upcoming video, then you probably already guessed what it is. Oh, what's in the box? I mean, if it's not what I think it is, I've no idea what this is. Well packed up. Ugh. Big box. Let's get rid of this cardboard box. Keep all that, it'll do for packing. Oh, and there we go. That is a big box. Oh, you know what, I'm too excited. Let's just have a look inside. Can't be waiting around. Oh god, it's parcelled up as well. Oh, and then there we go. Careful with them. A lot of pins. And there we go, look at that. A face only a mother could love. Feels really solid as well, which is good. And of course we have torso, it sounds like there's something in it. Might be a pin. And what else have we got? We've got a little box. I would imagine they're probably stickers, but we've got some chain, which is really cool because I've got some more chain in the same scale. And we've got something in the tissue. Don't know whether I should be opening this really, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I really like those. Collector's cards, awesome. So I'll put them back. But yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, I'm liking that. Looking at Pinhead though, I don't know whether to go ahead and cut that out, but then again, I might just leave it, I don't know. Anyway, that's Pinhead. I've only got another 3 characters to go. It's going to take me a while to collect all these because I do want to get the original Screaming kits. They're a lot better than the recasts. But yeah, we have Pinhead. Whoop. So anyway, let's get back to Ed. Okay guys, I lied a little bit. I had another look and just looking at the instructions, which are dead simple. Basically trim that, stick it together. I was looking for these sections because I got it in my head that it'd be like aluminium or something like that, but you just get cutouts on cardboard, so they'll paint up nicely, and that's what the chain will be for all these, which doesn't really matter because I've got chain anyway. But yeah, you've got your box, and I would say they're stickers, but either way it's going to look cool. So yeah, that's I can't wait to get the others now. I know I said like it'd be 2019 before I get around to actually doing this because of the price of these kits. They're quite expensive, but definitely worth it. They're originals, you know. You can't do better than that. So, now, definitely back to Ed. Catch you in a bit. Right, back to Ed. So yeah, we've got some silver down on him now. He's got a bit of bling to him. Pre-shading's kind of coming through. But yeah, happy with that. Did the elbow joints. I don't know if I showed this or not. But I got some Lego, surprisingly. Chopped it up, and these are going to work perfectly just to put basically on there like that, and then our tube's going to run from there through them, through there, because the tube that I've got isn't big enough, so I'm going to have to run it there and then start another one off to finish off that. So they're going to come in handy to hide that seam or a gap if there is going to be one. Yeah, I've just been and cut my bolts. Now I was going to save these, but I think it might be better to actually get them installed into these racks now, because it is only a thin piece of plastic that I've got in here, and you kind of have to actually screw it into position because it's that tight. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then if any damages happen I can fix it now rather than later. And then once all that's together, that's pretty much them done. They can go to paint. But before I do that, I probably will actually glue them together because it'll have a seam line that I'll have to deal with. But yeah, looking good. Yeah, I'm going to get them bolts sorted out and then we'll be right back. So catch you in a bit. Hi guys, so the bolts are in position now. We've got them glued in. I'm going to give it plenty of time to set up, but they're in now. Now what I think I'm going to do with the feet, because it's going to be very top heavy, because even this on its own is quite heavy. Once the gum pods are on and that, it's going to be even heavier. So I think what I'm going to do is mix up some plaster, and I'm going to plaster these legs here just to give him a bit of weight, so he's not going to like keep toppling over, because ideally I'd rather not glue him down to a base so I can move him around a bit, but yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it, is to just pour some plaster in there. So I've got a tiny little bit left. Hopefully that'll be enough, but I'm not sure whether it will be. I could always use wall plaster as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some of this, and then we'll be right back and we'll get it poured in and get him nice and solid. So catch you in a bit. Okay guys, so I'll try and move in a bit closer. We've got this nicely mixed up now. Quite a lot of it, but then again these are quite big legs, so we're just going to try and pour this in carefully. Still a bit thick as well. Whee! And we'll just pour it in. Try and keep it as level as possible. A bit extra. Put a bit more in this one. I feel nice and heavy anyway now. It's probably going to take it a while to dry up. Just enough. So yeah, that's the legs done. Now that, like I said, that's going to take a while to set up and harden up, so I'm going to have to move the legs over to one side and let them get on with the thing. But yeah. Definitely help keep its shape anyway, but yeah, they should be just heavy enough, I think, to counteract the weight from the shark head. We'll just have to leave them there and let them set up. But yeah, I think what I might shall I do next? I was thinking of actually just painting these up. But then again, it might need a bit more primer, and plus having the screws in as well, they could do with a bit of primer on them. So I think what I'll do is prime it, and then we'll probably go on to the next update, I think, for Ed, because I do want them legs nice and solid so I can get him attached Don't want to do it while he's wet obviously, but yeah. So we'll catch you later guys. So while the legs are busy setting up, I thought we'd have a go with gum pods and get some of this metallic grey down, just to see what it's like. Should look pretty cool. Manage to thin that down just a bit. Although saying that, it is spraying. Oh, it'll be alright I think. So yeah, we'll just giving it just a light coat. You might have to just thin that down just a tiny bit. But I'm liking the colour so far. Just put a bit of water in it. Make sure I'm in shot. That's better. That's coming out pretty nice. I'm actually really liking that. Just the way that I see it is Robocop and ED209 are both built by Security Concepts, so it stands to reason they're going to use the same materials for each one, and it just adds a bit more detail to him. The gun pods are going to be dark grey like, but I might as well give it a base colour, and that looks pretty snazzy. I quite like that. Obviously all detail painting needs to be done and what have you, but yeah, I really like that. There's a bit of a nastiness there. I'm going to have to sort that out, but on the whole I'm liking the colour of that. So we'll just stick that back on the tree. Might as well do the other one. Yeah, it's looking nice. Yeah, I hope the colour's actually coming through on camera for you there, but I really do like that colour. It looks nice. We'll let them dry, and then I might have a look at some of the leg joints as well. I'm tempted to do head, but it's going to take a lot of masking and that paint hasn't set up just yet. But I do have his hips, so maybe I could give them a go. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. I'm really liking the colour of that. Yeah. I just hope I've got enough paint, because it's got to go quite far. But anyway, I think we'll call it on this one, and we'll be back in update 3 where we can start painting the whole lot of him and actually hopefully get him together as well. So hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any updates, and I'll catch you in update 3. See you later.